we can still value them equally, but to say that they have interchangeable roles is absurd with parents and children.
How soon do
And they would suggest with husbands and wives, they shouldn't be so interchangeable either.
How soon does the role and the perception of women and their rights in Great Britain change? You know, are we on a comparable time scale?
There's a lot, kind of the era of John Stuart Mill in the late 1800s. I know there's a lot of discussion on that, and otherwise
Like right to vote for women in Great Britain.
It's fairly close, but does anyone know? You know, if you watch Mary Poppins, that's separate. So pop culture kind of tells me it's close, but I can't think of the timeline of which way it's going to go here.
It's very close.
And meanwhile, we've got some Western states in America with the same in that same time. And by the way, the justification there was not, it was to recruit women to come out west, right? So the ideology was not equal rights so much as practical necessity.
It's a very similar timeline in Great Britain, except the British become a little more radical earlier than the U.S. The women start chaining themselves to the, outside the homes. The prominent politicians start physically attacking them when they're on the golf course. Those kinds of things. In Great Britain, earlier, before you get Alice Paul and those in the United States. In fact, Alice Paul learns a lot of strategies in Great Britain before. So they're just maybe a decade or two ahead as far as the radicalization of it, what we would call the radicalization. But when you start, talking about bombs and throw yourself and
would have ruined someone's golf game.
Yeah. Or there's a woman who during one of the prominent races, horse races, she throws herself out in front of the horses as a protest of the treatment of women. Of course, she's killed. And there's actually film footage of her doing that, and that's in Great Britain. So, but it's about the same.
The other thing I don't like in this conversion of these is that it doesn't say anything about the trauma that induced to women's intellectual abilities.
Right. And that's partly because version B, if you look at the title, is trying to promote the positive side. And so the answer that a version B person would offer is they would say, well, actually women were highly valued investigative class, in particular from this Puritan tradition of having them become literate and essentially homeschooling the children before we call it homeschooling. But education began in the home and for many stayed in the home. And that was considered very important. And a version B person might say our own society has devalued the home. That they don't, whether it's done by a woman or a man, if you're doing something at home, that's not nearly as important as if it's something prestigious that's out there in a public forum like this. Therefore, it was in fact valued in a way that we can't understand because our value system of measuring has changed so much. So that would be a possible response from version B. At the same time, your point is valid that version B obviously paints the picture more positively by neglecting some of the other aspects that would come out in the version B presentation. Okay, we should move along to page 5 now. That means we should get an answer